Welcome back to the Brew podcast, everyone. This is episode 152. We're back together, live. I guess
live.
It is live. Check out our live stream.
It was a complete audible. Up until 32 minutes ago, we were going to do this later tonight on Skype. But look at this. We're making shit happen.
We're live. We have a new podcast tool. It's you can help navigate or dictate the conversation of the podcast. It's just a survey tool. You have to go to Microsoft Outlook.
Yeah.
And there'll be buttons in there. And then once you send an email with a Paul Rudd GIF in to your CEO, we will be emailed a new topic to talk about. So it'll change in real time.
Yeah, so there's an algorithm. There's an algorithm that's triggered in Microsoft Office. So if you send a Paul Rudd GIF, and because Microsoft Office aggregates data based on position title, that's why some of the spam that you get in your email is dictated by your position in the company, whether you're making purchasing choices or whatever. So if you send the Paul Rudd GIF, that will trigger then on the back end in the cloud. The questions.
Yeah, great point there. I wanted to bring that up when we talked about this, is that if you are wondering why you were passed over for promotion, check your junk box, check your spam box. There's probably an important email that went in there that you missed, because that's done on purpose. You weren't ready, and all you had to do was find that email. So
it's important to just check your junk.
It's always important to check your junk. Two hands. Both hands. Dive in.
Preferably in the middle of conversation.
Yeah.
With somebody.
Always.
Because then they can spot you. Because you're using both hands, so should a strong breeze come and you tip over, they could catch you while you're checking your your junk.
Safety first. Always safety.
Always
first.
Safety.
Safety first. Yeah, I don't know that if I'm checking my junk. This is a good public service announcement too. If I'm checking my junk for cancerous lumps, which you should do always. I don't know if there's an age. It's raining pretty good out there.
Yeah.
If there's an age time where you're like, oh, now I need to start checking my junk.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable if I just stick with my dominant hand.
I
don't know. I don't think my right hand's really.
They call it the stranger because it's going to pick up other things. So you're going to have your dominant hand that's going to pick up more of like the protrusions and abrasions. The stranger is going to potentially detect other things that would go unbeknownst to the knowing hand.
Oh, yeah, the knowing hand, it gets too comfortable down there.
My rule of thumb, because we're talking about hands, so it's always good to have rules of thumb, two of them typically, is to do a junk check right before I'm going to shake someone's hand.
Definitely.
Just to, one, because they're there for a safety check, and then two, it encourages you to pass on that type of behavior to other people in public.
You're definitely passing on something.
Right.
Yeah. It's important. Always do it. That's a public service announcement. Check your junk. And send your boss or CEO a gift.
Yeah. President, CEO, COO, any of those.
Anybody on the board.
Yep. Anyone on a board.
Yes. So it's 152.
Right.
There we are. 152. I'm trying to think.
You foot stomped there.
I did.
You've got something. That's an audible foot stomp.
Yeah, that's my big. The number, for some reason, we'd stopped doing the number thing a long time ago, but 152 seems relevant to me, and I can't figure out why. I cannot figure out why.
Usually I have I can pick up on it, and I have something chambered.
Usually, but you didn't.
I didn't. No,
Yeah,
I didn't know you were coming with the Paul Rudd thing, but I had you.
That was good. You picked that up right away. I was actually thinking about closing the episode with that, but there was a good opening there.
Yeah.
So I started with it. But one of my previous military jobs involved a lot of 3-digit numbers.
Yep.
And maybe it was from there. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Anyway, 52.
152.
Khalil Mack.
Mack.
We're not doing that anymore. 152.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you know about a 152 and why it's relevant.
151 would be the booze.
Yeah,
that
was last week.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we didn't take advantage of that.
Yeah. So just a couple of things. So like in the real world, we're firmly in August of 21. Last weekend was the summer fling. A few Chuggalos attended. Chuggalo, this guy.
I was here.
Chuggalo Stev.
Juggalo Stev, yes.
Chuggalo Pete.
Indeed.
Who else listens?
Who else listens?
Mr. Chuggalo, Mr. Bartel has listened a couple of times. A lot of people laugh at me. A lot of supporters from the bench, as I like to say.
Why?
Anyway,
Why do they laugh at you?
because of our first name.
Yeah, because of the name.
Because it took us 100 episodes.
You regret some things sometimes.
But then I still don't regret it. You always go through growth.
Yeah, you go through
like
growth.
MJ wasn't known as MJ. He was known as Michael. Then he became MJ.
He was, and he had hair.
And then he had hair, yeah. And then he shaved it.
It wasn't until he shaved that people really knew who he was.
No, it was like Telly Savalas for Diners Club. Check it out. Timely reference, 1970s.
Diners Club. That's a credit card thing, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Back before you and I were born. Chuggalo Mom's laughing at Diners Club, Telly Savalas right now. Hit me up with that response down there in the comments, Chuggalo Mom.
Yeah, we can point to it. It's
yeah.
here.
Woo! Yeah,
That's
we
what
can
people
jointly
do
do
on
it
YouTube.
because we're in the same room.
Yeah.
But so anyways, the reason why I bring this up is party etiquette. So I always do my party the same way. I always have people bring their own stuff because it's tough to gauge what 20 or so people are going to drink. And it went really well. And then I got a couple of pops in me, and I'm like, all right, I've got a pretty good cellar. So then I run in the house quick, throw a couple of things in the freezer. So we had a couple of highlights.
Yeah.
From there, and
very hospitable.
And well, you gotta get rid of it, otherwise it's just gonna sit there.
Right. Yeah. When are you gonna drink it? That's the time.
So we had three big beers because that's the best thing to do is always to do big beers when it's hot out.
Get people fucked up.
That people fucked up. So we had Lift Bridge that came in the 12 ounce. That was the Silhouette Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah,
so
that one I didn't get. Oh wait, was that real boozy one?
That one came in.
That was the boozy one.
They're all bruisy. They're all Russians or Imperial doubles. So that was my favorite out of them, and you didn't get it?
Yeah, I got it. That's the second one.
I poured the glasses and put them out.
I did. I got that. I got the first two.
And it was interesting. Some of the people that would take them that were like, they're not dark beer fans, and then they're the first people up there, and it's like,
or people who don't can't.
Yeah, because last year or 2 years ago, last year was COVID. 2 years ago, I did a bottle share. That turned into a fun situation, except the next day when we had like 3 or 4 bottles that weren't cashed. So then I was feeling less than optimal, but then I'm trying to down them because these are good bottles. People brought good bottles.
Yeah.
So that was a good beer that came from Chuggalo Mikey. The second beer we had was the Big Bad Baptist Peanut Butter Cup from Epic. That was not good. It fell extremely flat, which is fine for a double stout, but I didn't get the peanut butter cup. Like peanut butter cup, that's going to be one thing. We've talked about this on the podcast before. If you say peanut butter cup, it brings up
it's got to bring it.
It's got to be within 5% of that peanut butter cup. If I don't have a Reese's peanut butter cup in my mouth, it's a miss like that because it elicits so much palate memory.
Yeah, there's a taste there. And once you, it's specific. And once you taste it, you know this is peanut butter cup.
Yeah, so that was peanut butter disappointment.
Yeah, it sucks.
I
didn't get that one. That's the one I didn't.
Yeah, well.
Big Bad Baptist has hits and misses.
Yeah, because that's a series.
Yeah.
And they have some good stuff. And Pat's carries a lot of Big Bad Baptist.
Yeah.
And then the third one was one I was saving specifically for JT and I just because of our affinity for music. More so his ability to understand music, and me, I can just listen. That was the Imperial Smells Like Bean Spirit from Microphone Brewing, and that was an Imperial Double Coffee Stout. And that I labeled that as an excellent tribute. It wasn't quite at the level of the Silhouette Russian Imperial, but it was good. And on the label for the canner, it was a gingerbread man that emulated.
He was like a bean man.
Yeah, Bean Man that emulated the cover of Nevermind, which is one of the most famous album covers of all time.
I don't know if you were hearing the porch conversation.
I didn't.
But I don't know about the grass conversation, but the porch, we were talking about this beer for a long time. There was a lot of conversation around it.
What would you have given that one?
I did score it. I scored it. I gave it a 3.5.
So it fell
5 maybe.
fell short for you.
It fell short. I don't remember my justification, but yeah, it fell short.
Okay. So that's, again, if you have a party, feel free to turn it up a notch, even though you have people BYOB, and go grab some fun stuff from your fridge.
What did you think? Do you have thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I just put, the only comment was an excellent tribute, and I gave it a 4 or 5.
I don't get the tribute.
Smells like bean spirit.
Yeah, just so the name only.
Yeah, just the name.
Because there was a lot of
It
maple.
didn't taste like Nirvana.
There's a lot of maple in it, I noticed.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that. That's more of a Canadian thing.
Yeah, but that's like the CBS and KBS.
Yeah.
So like the founders that we've done before, like those like breakfast stouts are phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion. But yeah, so that was the summer party. It went really well. It felt good because that was our first party in a long time.
Yeah,
no Christmas,
to
no.
be in front of people.
It felt good to like be out, spaced outside, and let people check out the improved bar and then the improved rest of the house. JT, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
I
have an answer for you.
As we're mid-August, as we record this, when is too early for Oktoberfest beer?
When is too early for Oktoberfest beer?
Like
probably August 30th.
August 30th and
I'd
before.
say September 1st is a good time to start. Give people 2 months.
Okay, so 2 months.
Give them 2 months. Once November 1st hits, get rid of it.
Get rid of it November 1st?
What? Yeah, Oktoberfest. When's Oktoberfest?
Typically
20s?
September. So like
it's in September.
Yeah,
okay.
here locally it's the last week in September.
Oh.
But like when they do the Golden Keg and everything in like Munchen, Munich for all the snobs. But like back home, I just found out my wife's best friend flew her back, and the largest Oktoberfest outside of Germany actually happens in Wisconsin. And it used to be a 9-day festival, so they could get 2 weekends.
Oh, that's nice.
You couldn't get a hotel room within 100 miles. It's really within 40 miles. Like people book years in advance for these hotels.
Yeah.
And now they've neutered it down to it's a 5-day event. So it went from 2 weekends, 9 days. Now it's 5 days.
5 days. Yeah, I feel like.
So we were reliving stories the last 4 days.
Oh, that's cool. So the events is obviously why Oktoberfest is great.
Yeah.
But I feel like I just don't have an appreciation for Oktoberfest beer, and I think if they focused it more.
Yeah.
If people are making money on it, by all means, keep making money on it. But if Oktoberfest beer was something you could only get at an Oktoberfest, I think there would be this legend that would be passed from drinker to drinker, and they would be like, "Holy crap! I gotta go to an Oktoberfest," because I have no desire to just get like blackout drunk somewhere that's not like a friend's house or my house,
Where you're going to be uncomfortable.
like in public.
Yeah.
And I get that's pretty much what Oktoberfest is. So I don't know, and I can get Oktoberfest beer at Crispy Crunchy Shell.
Crispy Country Shell.
So I don't know. Maybe if they
Steph brought up Crispy
they need to-
Country
yeah,
Shell.
He did,
Yeah.
he did. They need to make it more exclusive to like events.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Interesting. Attach it to something.
Attach
you know.
it to something.
Is fall not
Don't
your
let me
favorite?
buy it at the
Is
store.
not fall not your favorite season?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I believe we've talked about this.
I think it's spring.
You're a spring guy.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Baseball coming out of the cold.
Yep.
Is much better than coming out of the heat. I think. It is nice though. I'll be honest. It's been nice to not be sweating all 24 hours a day.
I dig the falls.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I like it. I like the colors. I mean, I have nothing against fall.
Yeah.
I think I just prefer. I'm just trying to think of like, when am I burned out?
Yep.
I think I get burned out on winter far greater than I get burned out on summer.
Interesting. Yeah, and like, you know, people get burnt out on beers. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like my best friend's burnt out on sours, and it's
Yeah, he just
been a long, like over a year. Like,
Wow. Yeah.
used to be something we would share together, and now he just he'll drink it, but I know it's not his favorite, so now it adjusts my stuff. And a trivia question for you as we go into the first tasting segment.
All right.
What sports related? Because the Chuggalos demand sports.
I hope that you're not asking me about like run differentials right now.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
What is significant currently about the Atlanta Falcons?
Oh, that's okay. I can do this. What's significant about the Atlanta Falcons?
Yes.
The Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons have this distinction.
They have this distinction. They are a team.
Yep. Accurate. Nailed it.
So far, so good. I feel like I could guess this. I don't know the answer. I'll put that up. For sure. I don't absolutely know it, but I'm gonna guess
As of today,
they have no quarterback.
They have no quarterback. No, they are the only team that's 100% vaccinated.
Oh, wow. That's congratulations.
So with the poison pill that the NFL has put into the league this year, if your team's canceled, your team has to pay up to $100 million.
$100 million.
Yeah, because
to whom?
Probably Roger Goodell's slush fund.
So stupid.
But yeah,
so I was wondering
75 to 100 million they're going to average because like all the vendors and everything that they have to repay back, and the agreements, the TV,
Yeah, that makes sense.
So don't be that guy. But the Atlanta Falcons, the first team in the NFL. Hopefully, there's more that follow suit from this fan. That the entire all the players are, and I believe that's the coaches too. Everyone on the on-field staff.
Okay.
Be vaccinated.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Crazy though, right? One team, $100 million players.
Yeah.
Saying that, hey, I'm not going to get vaxxed. Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what their motivations are, but hopefully it's justified intelligently.
We'll go with the crack, and then I'll go into the beer. 3, 2, 1. So much more satisfying.
Oh yeah.
In person, and
this is kind of interesting.
I realize that I close my eyes like very painfully when I'm cracking. Not that beer's going to get in it, but this is a new brewer to the podcast.
Interesting beer.
Bent Water, Double Thunder Funk. That's right, Double Thunder Funk. JT at the conclusion of this beer is going to say that name 5 times fast.
I will.
It's a double IPA that comes in a pint can. It rings in at a 9.2%. You can find out more information about them at their website, bentwaterbrewing.com. And today's website review is brought to you by Frito-Lay Lemonade.
Oh, I drink that. That's their slogan.
Frito-Lay Lemonade, because I want my lemonade to taste like a corn chip.
Mm-hmm. Frito owns Pepsi, or Pepsi owns Frito.
Right. This was actually, and I'm tongue-in-cheek this was actually a failed product.
Was it? Frito-Lay Lemonade? Yeah. I think if you did that now, lemonade, it would work.
Yeah, because people are just into gross and fascinating things.
People are just drinking whatever anyone's like, this is a new drink. People are like, holy shit, I got to get on board.
Yeah.
Like, I might miss this train, and I'll have to say I don't like seltzers.
Yeah, like Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would do really well right now. Crystal Pepsi, clear anything.
So Frito-Lay Lemonade.
Clear.
So, Bent Water, 1 in 50 guess. I'll give you 2 states that it's not from. Don't look.
I saw it already. Sorry. I'll tell you.
What state is it from, JT?
I'll let you guess.
Oh, don't put me on the spot.
I'll tell you this. I'll give you a hint. It's Massachusetts.
You should have played the rhyming game. It rhymes with Massachusetts.
Oh, that's a good one.
I would have been stumped. All right, so it's out of Lynn, Massachusetts. You guys all have Google, so you can look where Lynn, Massachusetts is. It's probably somewhere near Boston. So they're into ingenuity and predictability, which is odd. How can you...
Sorry, I have to just text this guy who's calling me.
No, that's fine.
Work boss.
How can you both display ingenuity and then also be predictable at the same time? But that's kind of cool. They started in 2015. And their beer starts with love the water, because they say that's the best thing about Lynn, Massachusetts is the water.
That's what they said?
Yeah, it says love the water.
Who's they?
They are the brewers.
Because they're like, liquid water here. We like it.
Yeah,
water. That's like
water.
New York, Massachusetts.
Water. No, don't pronounce the R. Water.
Water. So the funny thing, I served the people that I was attached to was the Massachusetts National Guard. 7 months. Never picked up their accent. Still couldn't get it. I was with them every day.
Yeah.
And I could not imitate it.
Menang.
Couldn't do it.
So, I love being here with you, man. This is
Oh,
it's
yeah,
awesome.
it's
So
fantastic.
it just hit me. Like
That's
you're
good.
just like excitement talking about your time with the Menang,
Menang.
or the Massang, because the Menang would be Minnesota.
So
Anyways,
Lynn, Massachusetts, can you name your top 3 Lyns?
oh, Lynn. Yes. So first one would be, I wish you would listen, is my buddy Matt. His wife is Lynn.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say Lynn Manuel Miranda because I haven't seen
No?
any of that stuff.
Yeah, me neither, but it's a decent choice.
Lance Lynn.
Lance Lynn.
He was
good
on my
Lynn.
fantasy
That's
team
good
for a
Lynn.
couple of years. And the third one's a wild card. What about you?
I'm going different spelling here. I absolutely was fascinated by Lynn Sanity, Jeremy Lin.
George, I was like,
Love Jeremy Lin. I'm a fan of Randy Orton's wife, Lynn. She's very nice to me, at least. I don't know everybody else.
she doesn't. I haven't seen Lynn since your Halloween party, so it's been less than a year.
Yeah, not that long.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yep.
her costume,
Great Lynn.
her costume
Jeremy, I
is-
think Jeremy Lynn's still.
she's my wild
above
card.
her.
She's my wild
And
card.
then I'll have to throw a wild card at number 3. I just wanted to say Lynn Sanity, really.
It's not fair when you have two separate names that you go by and you use interchangeably.
Who does that?
Jeremy Lin. Lin Sanity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anyone with a nickname qualifies.
It's not fair.
Like the big unit.
Kind of killed a bird.
Do you think he had a huge dick?
I think he's still alive, and I'd like to think...
Oh, yeah, he has. Do you think he currently has a... Maybe he's strong. I don't know.
Gravity keeps taking over on that stuff. Like, honestly, I've gotten into a conversation once or twice in the last 6 months with older people, and they say they have to make a concerted effort not to sit on their balls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's friends of podcast.
It's good to know other people wear boxers.
Yeah, are familiar with the prodigious bat wing that I display from time to time as a party favor.
I've seen it. I've been. I don't know if it's a victim or I don't want to get you in trouble.
Like with the Hoff.
Yeah.
Like he was so happy. That ruined that picture, but he was.
But you did take a better
Sorry,
one
Stacey.
after that because I have it framed in my house.
Yeah.
There's no goat there.
I really so far enjoy this beer. So, anyways, back to their website. Brought to you by Frito-Lay Lemonade. Love the water. I think the water is. Because everything's filtered and shit. I'm not water. Unless there's something that's in your water, because water is water.
Water's water.
The Fiji stuff or whatever. What movie is it where they drink glacier water, like they pull glaciers down?
Oh, I'm gonna only disagree about one water.
Yeah.
And it's Smart Water, because it's
I've
more
never
distilled.
I've never had Smart Water.
Essentially, the way that's different. It's not spring water. It's whatever they evaporate it onto a metal roof in their factory or something, and then they drip it drips into these funnels, so it's distilled. I guess. I just think it's crisper water, and it's weird because I was always the guy who said there's no difference in waters.
I would say that you're the opposite of smart when you're paying $4 for a bottle of water.
Well, here's the thing about Smart Water that I really want to stress. If you've ever seen me with a Smart Water bottle,
never seen that.
Well, I did get a Yeti for my birthday. God, I can't.
How would I have seen you with a Smart Water?
Well, we haven't been working together, but I always had a Smart Water bottle, and here's why. I used to buy a 12-pack, and I would use one bottle for a week because they're the most durable water bottle I've ever seen. That's actually why I bought Smart Water, because I could use the bottle for almost 2-3 weeks at a time.
I appreciate that you reuse bottles. Yeah. I use the same water bottle, same 40-ounce Pogo. That's my brand name that I go after, Pogo water bottles. At work, they have the counters that you guys see at like airports and stuff. That like how many plastic bottles we've saved by. Yeah. I like watching that number. Yeah. I play a game in the building that we're at.
So if you don't want to invest the money into a Pogo or a Yeti, I would buy a Smart Water bottle because it will last literally forever. You can just keep washing it. You can put it in the dishwasher; it won't melt or anything.
$7.99.
But Katie Caterade bought me a Yeti.
Yeah.
For my birthday, and holy shit, is this thing amazing! Have you ever used one of these things?
A Smart Water?
No, a
Never
Yeti. A
had.
Yeti cold cup, not the hot ones. The hot ones are insane because I
No.
put coffee in it. KBR gave us a bunch when I was still working there.
Yeti stuff?
They gave us a Yeti mug.
Aren't those like $40
And
a piece?
yeah, and they had KBR like logo on it.
Yeah.
But I put my coffee in there and I couldn't even drink it till like 11, and I'd get to work at 8.
Yeah.
It's so hot. But the cold one, you screw the top on, and it will be ice cold as long as you put it in ice cold. It doesn't make it colder, but it maintains its coldness for at least 24 hours. That's the farthest I've tested it. It's insane how cold it is. You're like, oh, this water's been on my nightstand all night. It's definitely going to be room temperature. Fuck no, it's cold as shit.
JT insanity.
That's
Yeti
right.
insanity. Yeti
John
insanity.
Sanity.
John Sanity. John
Lynn Sanity was such an awesome
guy. Went from
time for
sleeping
basketball.
on his brother-in-law's couch.
I have watched. I bet you that Jeremy Lin's basketball games make up 99% of the basketball I've watched in the last. When was that? 2011-ish.
Yeah, decade ago.
In the last 11 years,
Yeah,
it's about 99% of the basketball I've watched.
crazy.
Except for the one game, I think that Derrick Rose broke his ankle. I was watching that game, unfortunately.
You're the fault.
It was my fault.
I just thought of something we need to talk about after the beer, but on to the beer. JT,
Yeah,
thoughts?
I said I'd take notes, so I'm gonna.
You're doing a great
I
job.
have to take a note real quick.
Show your notes.
All right, hold on. It says Linsanity,
Lynn Sandy.
which is a potential name for the episode. That's really what I'm taking notes about. All the names, because post-production,
Yeah.
it can be quite the production.
Oh, by the way, about these guys too, while he drinks this and consumes his thoughts, the three guys list their favorite beers that they have. They all disagree on their first one, but their second favorite is all their lager that they do here. So apparently they're known for their lager. They're pushing their lager.
All right, here's a tip. If you are an organization like a brewery
Or a podcast.
or a podcast, and you decide to do a top something, let's say we had a Lin on the podcast and we did our top 3 Lins.
Yeah.
You cannot have your Lin be on the list. So if you do a top beer and you're a brewer, you should just be the respectful brewer and not choose your own fucking beer.
I think it's their favorite ones that they produce.
So that if the list is exclusively
It was
our
exclusively
beer,
that.
okay, that's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
But as like a homage, you could always change that up.
Yeah, but they all pick their lager, which is, it's
No one's
It's-
favorite beer is a lager.
it's bold to choose a lager. Well, Chuggalo Dave might. Yeah, I mean, he's there, like Ambers and stuff like that. But anyways, JT,
All right.
thoughts?
So I think that we were talking about water because of this beer. But I'll do the can opener segment first.
I bought this specifically for, and I didn't give any of these out at the party, specifically for your thoughts.
Oh yeah, the can art is wonderful.
My daughter said, I bought this from Pat's. My daughter said she's scared of this can.
I want Pat to know.
He wasn't there
I
this
know
last
he doesn't
Friday when I
listen.
went.
I know he doesn't. You should have invited. Did you invite him to the
He wasn't there.
fling?
He wasn't there.
You should invite
He was on vacation, so
I
he
want
might
Pat
not have
to
been
know
able to come. He was on vacation.
that he has gone from unknown underground guy to we now talk about him at our parties.
Oh yeah, because Pete's a big Pat
He's
guy
relevant.
too. Yeah, Pete. Pete's this unassuming guy. He looks like everyone else. He doesn't have the striking good looks that JT has.
It's true.
And he doesn't look borderline
Pete-
homeless like me. He just is a round-faced guy and walks in there, and he was impressed that Pat remembered who he was because he asked one question. He goes, "Why is there corn syrup in this beer?" And now he gets pitched every corn syrup beer. I think that's how the story goes. I might be rounding off on a few things.
Yeah.
When Pete listens to this in a month, I'm going to get approached.
Pete's a wonderful guy. Here's the thing: every once in a while, you meet somebody that you're like, wow, this person is just a genuinely cool person. Pete's that guy.
Yep.
This
is on the podcast.
I've had a couple
I don't edit podcasts.
After the podcast, I'll tell you what I think about.
I'm going to edit that out. It's just going to be.
But Pat, so as far as social clout, he's made it. This is it. So I showed the can. There's two gorillas, pink and blue. Reminds me of the Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
right?
okay.
Those are the colors. The background, though, this is cool. It's the regular straight lines. Well, they are a little curved, but the circles for the Bent Water Brewing Company logo, they make the lines look crooked or circular.
Other news.
But they're not. They're just straight. Mostly. So there's a pink gorilla and a blue gorilla. And, boy, they look mean as hell. So, oh man, I don't even know how to summarize this. I don't know a whole lot about gorillas other than...
There's no Harambe in these gorillas.
No. These guys are in battle. This is kind of...
Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage, Kong, something like that. Now, they do have rather long hair. Do gorillas have long head hair?
Yes.
They do?
Yeah.
I never noticed
like Honey
that
Boo
until
Boo's
this.
mom.
Yeah, but she's not strong.
With a donut.
So a gorilla can
Fierce.
weigh up to 800 pounds, I think I heard, on a recent episode of something I was watching. I put on documentaries in the background when I'm working.
They're the best because you pick up
I
random
hear
800
things,
pound
but I
gorillas.
don't remember what they were. They can weigh up to 800 pounds, but their strength is like unmatched in the animal kingdom.
Ants.
Like since dinosaurs, they have not had like a pound for pound more strong. I don't know how to word that. A stronger animal than a gorilla.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And these guys, and they have sharp teeth. They have fangs too. Gorillas, I believe, do actually have fangs.
Yeah, canines.
Yeah. Boy, these guys are shredded. They have six packs and beer bellies at the same time. Look at that.
It's a thing.
I've seen it.
It's a thing.
Oh yeah.
That's when you're serious about your game.
That's when you do CrossFit, and immediately after you're done, like the commercial for Michelob. None of those guys are thin in real life.
No.
The Michelob commercial is actually a bunch of guys with beer belly six packs.
Right. You're slapping Mick Ultra and you're pounding like IPAs.
Like they worked out and immediately went to the bar.
Yeah.
They didn't even shower. They were like, fuck it, we're going to the bar.
They're sweaty man slaps. Like Big E says.
Yeah. They're definitely not thin. So they're going head to head here. I was not aware that the head hair on a gorilla was long. But I appreciate the science that's given to me on this can. The Double Thunder Funk.
Say it 5 times fast.
Double Thunder Funk. It's over. Double Thunder Funk. Nah, I can't do it. Is in a like a stone cracked rock kind of font. And that's the Can of Boner segment brought to you by Dave.
I still think we're Chuggalo Dave.
I think we're still at Chuggalo Dave. Now I do have a beer from Chuggalo Mom. I haven't brought it yet. Okay. The beer itself, I have to admit, is almost tasteless.
This is a safe place to admit things.
It has a bitterness and it has a dankness, but they're generic, unnamed, they're faceless. What's the movie with like faceless characters? I don't remember. It's a faceless dankness. And otherwise, it's water. Otherwise, this beer is thick water, like well water, that hasn't been filtered.
Interesting.
But without the metal taste.
I'm so glad I wrote down my score before.
This is thick water, dank. This is thick, dank water. I wish it had more flavor because the smell was so unique. It was not double IPA smell. Actually, kind of smells. This is going to be offensive, but this actually
get your household cleaner.
It's neither. We're getting close. It's neither offensive nor a compliment. A clean diaper room. Like the smell of wipes and the garbage bags that you put in like those diaper genies. They have a scent.
I just redid one.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
This beer smells like a diaper room, but not like a shitty one.
That's how you know
A clean
JT
one.
and Caterade, they have a diaper room in their house.
No, we don't have a diaper room
The rest of
because
us
our
just
kids
call
are-
that a bedroom.
It would be
They have a diaper
embarrassing
room.
if we had a diaper room in this house because our kids are way too old to have diapers. Now maybe I could have the diaper.
Quick, JT, how many rooms in your house?
Too many to count. couldn't tell you.
There's a diaper room on days that are work days, and then there's the diaper room for the weekend.
Yeah, we do have alternating diaper rooms. We change them. We have people who come in and we hired them to change the diaper room around the house.
Diaper 1 and diaper 2.
And it also depends on if you're including our garage apartment or not.
Yeah.
And the servants' quarters, as everyone likes to ask us about.
Carriage house, not a garage.
I believe
Carriage
everyone.
house.
Yeah, carriage house. Yes.
Ask yourself,
Where the bar
Chuggalos,
is.
do you have a basement in your carriage house?
Do you?
Yeah.
If you do, I want to know. Because I do.
Put it in the comments. Chuggo Mom's going to say no.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe she does.
maybe she'll just
I've never been
by
invited
proxy say that our carriage house basement is her.
Do you put your mom in the carriage house basement?
That's exactly where we make her sleep.
Jeez Louise.
It's like
a murder
it's
factory
like a,
down there.
Yeah, it's like a boiler and mom. That's it.
No. Sounds like a terrible movie. Boiler Mom.
Oh yeah, let me write that down. Boiler and Mom. That's a good episode name. Boiler and Mom. Also, there's a lot of gorilla stuff going on here that I could have written down.
Puppy Baby Monkey or whatever.
Boiler and Mom. That might
Gorilla
be
Boiler Mom. Puppy Baby
Boiler
Monkey.
Mom's a good one.
Boiler Mom. It's the sequel to Boiler Room.
This beer it has potential, but it fails. It's so plain Jane. 325. 325.
So JT said so much stuff that resonates with me.
I'm going to 3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
We're going to be opposite. So we're going to be opposite on this. But so much of what he said, and I always write down my scores ahead of time, just
Yeah,
because
that's smart.
it's the sanctity. And I've done that for a long time because I've wanted you, the Chuggalos, to appreciate that there's a sanctity to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't give my scores.
I can confirm that.
Yeah. So off the top rope, I agree with everything he said. It's like an empty. It's all hops. There's no other like. But I like that. I wish it wasn't a double because I could find satisfaction drinking more than one of these.
Oh,
I enjoy the bitterness that much. I enjoy like the affirmative and the assertive alpha acids that are there. It's got a bite to it. I want that. I want to know sometimes I'm drinking a beer. This is not like a something to sustain on. Obviously, this is sitting around BSing. This would have been a great beer for outside for the flame.
But the bitterness doesn't come with a
Nothing.
luggage tag that says this is Thunderfunk.
Yeah, this is not.
This is just like generic beer.
Yeah, this is not Versace. This is the roundies of it. But I appreciate that because it makes me think of better times. So maybe like the memory assertion with it. Everything of what JT said is accurate. I'm just going to be on the opposite side of the score, off the top rope, 4.25.
Wow. Over a 4.
I dig it.
Okay.
I'm glad
Fair
that.
It does hide the booze, which 9% is pretty good. Like pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've gone over this because so many beers come with a boozy taste.
Beers come and beers go.
They do. Beers do come.
Yeah. Write that down. Document.
Well, I mean, everyone knows why the ocean's salty. It's because bears, when they eat their peanuts, they put the shells in the ocean. That's why the ocean is salty. It has nothing to do with whales. And that's about all I have to stall with.
we got to work on your stalling tactics.
Everyone knows when the ocean is salty. Ooh, look at that. I recognize the bottle cap. That's the mark of a brewer who knows what the fuck they're doing.
That's a fingerprint. That's a fingerprint because you know when you see that. Yeah.
Yes.
Not that, we know fingerprints. Do you want Richard? Richard made an appearance.
Richard? So,
by the way, at the
did
party.
I hear correctly that you are retiring Richard from your position?
Okay, so you took it two ways. One,
not retiring it from use.
I would retire him from rotation because I enjoy him so much.
From rotation?
Yeah. So
what about ownership?
I'm gonna end up buying another one, probably.
No one will use Richard like you use Richard.
That's bullshit. No, I would.
No
I
one
would
will.
think. I
No
would
one
think.
will.
No, really.
No one will.
If you open that gift,
You are the best person for this gift.
if you would, I
Hands down.
I have. Okay, so you don't think you would use it?
I don't think I'd use it like you use it.
Well, I
think that
put in people's faces.
You've
and
gotten
everything.
use out of it practically with beers, and you've gotten conversation out of it. You've gotten more than I'll ever get out of it.
It's the gift that keeps giving because. It
And I
gives
think
so
I'm
many
number
people
2.
joys.
I'm number 2 on the list. Next, maybe would be like
100%.
God, his name,
Like
Aaron would probably be number 3, but I don't think he'd use it ever.
No.
And he
Like
would
Mr. Bartell,
let it be out.
Mr. Bartell would end up in one of his bar drawers. I could see Chuggalo Pete using it.
Juggalo P might use it. Has Gary, you do just opinion based, use the vagina bottle opener that I was supposed to be pairing with this for you, but didn't make its way to you.
No, there's no way because he
No,
has
he never
he has
used
the
it.
pillow. He has
That's
the pillow too.
Oh, he's got the pillow now? You had the pillow for a while.
Yeah, the pillow got regifted as it should.
Okay.
But the problem
the
is
pillow's fine.
that will probably never come back. That was, but like the gift that this will go with. But like I enjoy the shit out of Richard.
Yeah. It's okay.
I will have to buy another Richard because I can't be without a Richard.
You gotta have a Richard.
You gotta have a Richard.
If you want this in the white elephant, that's fine.
But I will buy.
I think
I will buy
personally that you are the best person for this gift.
I am gonna keep the original Richard unless you think I shouldn't.
Oh, you are.
Then buy well, yeah, I want a Richard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're keeping the original and buying a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. That's fine.
Yeah. No. I thought
you were putting this back in the white elephant.
Not that one. Probably another one.
I see. Okay.
I can't be without Richard. Like it's a part. No. It's a part of this.
You
podcast
are the best person for this gift, for this bottle opener.
It's hilarious. The
you
conversation
get the most
started.
use and conversation out of it.
Yeah.
That was my point. When Katie heard that, because you said it at the fling.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh shit!" They hit her hard.
Well, they're
reeling for days.
Well, because the pillow's got to go in too.
Yeah. Oh well, don't worry. We're gonna continue this tradition.
Right, but the problem is, if people in the party so the vagina pillow we won't see again because I don't know if I invite them again. But
who got it? Can't say it.
Gary.
Right.
No, Gary.
Oh,
that's
Gary.
What I said, yeah.
Well, Gary also has the vagina bottle opener, which it took effort to find that.
Took effort.
It is literally a vagina. It's not like a covert thing where sometimes it's like
send it to me.
Maybe
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
No. I'm not asking you to do that. The
bottom
side was like a bottle opener. No. We're gonna continue
because I gotta find something else to add to the box. Because my dream is in 10 years, like this box But you have to deceive it because it can't be like in a refrigerator box filled with just funny gifts.
No.
This
is a good conversation because Gatorade and I have long conversations about your Christmas party.
So you know what my theory is when it gets too big? This is a side note. We need to crack this beer.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, and we'll talk at the same time. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. So we'll let you know the beer after we subside this, but it's 3 Floyd's. I think it's officially Munster Fest.
Okay.
So it's an Oktoberfest style lager.
Boy,
which JT said Oktoberfest aren't good till October, and then they fail.
I said September.
October 10th.
September through October 31st.
I think we can. I'll edit this, so it'll say what I want to. But back to the gift. I'm going to get to the point where if I get said gift of gag return prizes, that I'm just going to take a picture of it. I'm going to stick it in a motherfucking gift bag, and they're going to, and then I'm just going to throw all the gifts at them. I'm going to throw Richard. I'm going to throw Nicolas Cage. Because that counts.
Nicolas Cage.
You don't have to open it. You can open a picture but because most of the Christmas party attendants don't. Like Pete, Steph's gonna get invited. They won't know.
They don't know, and we didn't know. the Christmas gift, the lineage
on these
of
gifts.
the gifts is unknown. And
like Nick Cage pillowcases.
It took Katie and I a long time to understand how we fucked up. Because first we got the pillowcases.
Yeah.
Then you go a year.
Yep.
Not knowing anything, right?
Not knowing anything.
Then you don't regift it, and then you
there's
spend
questions.
a year being like
ridiculed,
shunned, right? And then the next year you rejuvenate the thing, and no one says anything. So I'm assuming we're good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The Nick Cage pillowcases. I can't lie, they're fucking awesome.
Right. It's like Richard.
So
Richard was supposed to be a regifted joke
to me.
Yep.
But maybe getting a sequenced Nick Cage does make sense to me.
Yeah. So like,
you can't sleep on
that. Other gifts that are supposed to be sequenced like this that we've done in my life. So I come from a squadron that was the 27th apps. So somebody ripped down a fucking road sign that said the 27th. You had it for a year. You signed your name to it, and it went in every year.
That's cool.
So that's the lineage. It didn't have use and utility like.
Oh, no, Richard has some use.
Nick Cage pillowcases have ended up on guest beds.
Yes.
Richard's opened hundreds of beers, I guarantee it, and been in dozens of mouths.
At least, I mean, we've done 152. How many were bottles? Let's say a third.
Yeah. But I use them. I mean, I have a shit ton of openers over on the bar. Another gift that kept was a cribbage board duck, and that's because we put plaques on it every year, and that thing. Sorry, Stacey. Would get $800-900. That was more of an auction style. But so no, the gift. It's the best when you have a core group of friends and people that come to events and they have inside jokes. It is because you already have that inertia and everything is already stoked.
Yeah, you if you want to copy what Matt has done, first it's going to take years. But second, the people who will come at first will want the most practical gift in the white elephant.
Right.
If you stick with it, it will evolve.
Yeah,
to the point where the dick bottle opener is the winner.
Yeah, you don't care about profit. It's the experience.
It's the experience.
Yeah, you don't want to profit like, ooh, I got the 20 or the lottery tickets. I mean, if you win $1 million, I mean that's better than a dick bottle opener most times. But yeah. So that we have theories. I put. The summer fling this year, we didn't do the slip and slide, but the Christmas party, God help us, COVID and vaccines and stuff that we're able to return to that. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun debauchery that happens with that. On to this beer. This is Three Floyds Oktoberfest. You can find out more about them from Three Floyds. Three, don't type in THREE. You can't spell anyways. Just the number 3floyds.com.
Yeah, you fucking people can't spell.
They started in 1996. Again, this website review is brought to you by Frito-Lay Lemonade. Get your salty satisfaction with Frito-Lay Lemonade. It's all metal. We've done it before. We've done it before on the podcast. I love Three Floyds. They were my entry into becoming a craft beer.
Yes, they should be everyone.
Not aficionado because I'm not like where I enjoyed. Zombie Dust was definitely like the first like sought after beer, and then I started learning about much increasing my portfolio mentally. But so anyways. The sad thing is, if you go to their website, they still have the link for their brew pub. Brew pub is no longer open. That was a COVID, and unfortunately, Three Floyds is one of the best brewers around, and they lost
hands down.
They lost that magic that they had with that brew pub, and it was insane how awesome that was. Munster, Indiana, so just outside of Gary. This guy's stomping grounds. He could spit.
No. Let's not compare my stomping grounds to Gary, Indiana.
Well, yeah, no, they're all Bears fans. It's the Bears. Bears next.
It's Cub Sox. That's where the differentiation comes.
So, Three Floyds. Munsterfest
Munsterfest.
October style lager.
They are making a new Munsters, first of all. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Rob Zombie will be directing the new Munsters movie.
Crazy.
You're familiar with the Munsters, yes?
Yes, I was trying to, especially the grandpa. I was trying to come up with, trying to get the alcohol. I was trying to delay.
Oh yeah, no, it's no problem. I can keep delaying. Everyone is really into the Addams Family, which I've never found entertaining. The Munsters, however,
the Roundy's version of
the Roundy's version
the
of
knockoff.
the Addams Family, much better. And Rob Zombie directing, that'll be great.
I've enjoyed his Halloween renditions. I really have.
Morticia, that's the Munsters, right? Or is that
No.
Addams Family?
That's Adam's Family.
I don't remember.
Grandpa
I
Munster.
don't remember who's who. There's a fat guy and a couple thin people. I don't know.
Well, Pugsley is Adam's Family.
Yeah, Pugsley. Who cares about him?
Cousin It.
The
Addams Family.
Munsters. Yeah, it. If you're a long-haired individual and you didn't do that, you're missing out. You gotta
Oh, every girl has done that. Like,
every girl's done that.
every
Some
girl.
guys. Who knows?
Some guys.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that, but that has nothing to do with other than being Munster. And Munster cheese is a good sandwich cheese. It's a great grilled cheese because it doesn't string.
Herman, Lily,
Munster.
Grandpa, Eddie the werewolf, and poor Marilyn.
Oh,
is
Eddie
niece.
the werewolf. That's right. Yeah. That's coming. So if you like Munster cheese, you'll like Munster, Indiana.
Sorry, Stacy.
The can art. This is Can Art segment brought to you by Chuggalo Dave. Thanks, Dave. You've succeeded in longevity. Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
1996.
this is Munsterfest. Megazord. That's who's on this can.
I didn't even notice.
In the background, there is the lizard version of Megazord and the Megazord version
Kaiju.
of Megazord. Kaiju is the starfish, I thought.
No, it's
Because I just watched Suicide Squad.
yeah. Kaiju is all of like the giant with star.
Any giant thing.
Yeah, any giant thing is a kaiju.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Maybe it's just kaiju are the
these
creatures
are-
and not the robots. These are mechanized.
These are robots, and when the Power Rangers touch the tips of their swords together, the robot appears. It grows.
I'm a big fan of Power Rangers. My
I love
favorite
Power
was the white, like really long, and was the base. Like when they had to call in the super ultra mega.
When you gotta use the White Ranger, you're in trouble.
not the White Ranger. It was like the Brachiosaurus that the Megazord sat in.
Oh, Bronchiosaurus. I don't remember
But it was
that.
the white. Okay, now I'm gonna.
Yeah. No, I believe you, but I don't remember.
It was my
that.
favorite. That's like the Thunder Megazord or whatever. But no, Thunder was a couple series over. But anyways,
Yeah, I know. As a child, my first crush. While I like to think it was Britney Spears, it was probably the Pink Ranger.
Kimberly,
Amy Jo
Amy Jo Johnson.
Something like that.
but Kimberly.
Boy, oh boy, did I like the Pink Ranger. But the Rangers, the Power Rangers in the uniforms, I do not believe were the same
Titanus.
as the
Boom, Titanus.
actors and actresses.
Titanus.
Titanus.
Yeah, that was my favorite. And I'm going to show this Titanus. That's when you know, and we're looking at 53 minutes into the podcast, Titanus. When Titanus came out, that's when you knew the shit was going to hit the fan.
That's when you knew she was gonna end Rita, whose words never were in sync with the video. I think they did it on purpose.
Titanus
One of
made
those
16
deep-
appearances, by the way.
Here's the thing about the Power Rangers Megazord. It will fuck your city up. All right, like thousands of people will die.
Angel Grove got destroyed so
they
many
will
times.
Fuck that city up. I mean, we're talking like high-rise buildings will be crumbling because the fucking Megazord needs to shoot some lasers at this other dinosaur robot, and no one will mention it. And afterwards, it was a huge success. Everyone's cheering. They're eating pizza. They're at the arcade, and the fucking White Ranger's like, I didn't do anything, but I'm a hero.
Tommy.
So
the one thing, either Marvel or DC, I forget. This is where the DC disaster control. It's about the people that put the city back together really quickly.
Oh, okay.
When
that's good to have.
Comic, yeah. Damage control.
Damage control.
Yeah.
That was a part of like in the first Avengers, they like fucked New York City completely to the ground.
By the way, when you said
Like
Suicide Squad, did not John Cena like dominate his role?
Oh, so good. Yeah. So he would eat a whole bag of dicks. It was
Yeah.
such a good movie.
Freedom.
It was exactly what the.
Why are you standing in your
If you gave it a bad rating, because
shame on you.
It doesn't have a great tomato score.
You're too much of a snob.
Like, what do you expect?
Fuck you.
It's just a comedy comic book movie. It's basically Deadpool with more characters.
Yep.
I thought it was great. It served its purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see
Peacemaker. Yeah, Peacemaker dominated his role. I thought they brought Harley Quinn back in a less social justice way.
Yeah.
Which, if that's what you want, fine, but it's not what everyone wants.
Right. Yeah. Birds of Prey was good, but this was like.
But it was like girl power good. It was like, all right.
You're making a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. God bless you, James Gunn. And then you pick obscure music that just is amazing. For
I thought it was good. This beer, for an Oktoberfest.
Yeah, buddy, you can't.
I would not be surprised.
It's outside your sweet spot of October 4th.
Yeah, this is a beer that I actually have to stretch my knowledge to review. Well, the camera burner segment is closed. Megazord. It is. If I had to guess, what's unique about this beer, and it's the same guess I have for Zombie Dust. There's something
in the water,
sugary in this beer, and I don't know what it is. And I don't know what's in Zombie Dust. I think behind all the hops, there's sugar. And I'm not sure what it is. I think behind this beer, there's sugar. Because it has a sweetness.
But so in Oktoberfest, there's a caramelized like of your grains and everything like that. So that's like the sweetness. You burn that off.
Okay.
So that's a given. With an American Pale Ale like Zombie Dust is an APA. It's interesting. So that's a much different conversation. So
yeah, it's a different conversation. But I've always thought that Zombie Dust was sweet IPA. This is a sweet Oktoberfest, but it's Munsterfest. I wonder how they do it.
I want to know what love is. If we get identified because I'm singing the lyrics to that song.
Yeah, we're gonna get the whole thing's gonna get taken down. I'm at a 4.
We're copacetic on this beer. Off the top rope, I've had better Oktoberfest beers.
Yeah.
Three Floyds isn't known for their Oktoberfest beer, but you can't just give up a segment.
But they're known for being awesome.
Right, they're known for being awesome. Even though JT thinks that Oktoberfest should exist for 3 days between October 5th and October 8th.
It should only exist between those dates. Yeah.
It's probably 3 to 4 months.
And
I know
it
some
only
people
be
start
available
cheating.
at the top of a mountain.
Yeah. The highest point in Indiana. Some people start cheating them out like in July. I would say that July is not the time for Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest for me is August and then December if you're panicking. Off the top rope, 3.75.
We're right there.
It's fine. There's nothing that harkens. It's definitely an Oktoberfest beer. I could have blind taste test this and taste that confidently. There's just nothing. Like when I associate like Oktoberfest or like Marzens or that, I want like that's where I get it like into the pumpkin pie. And as a craft beer drinker, 38 years old, I'm still in a yummy phase. yam beer, all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is like a dude Oktoberfest beer. This is something you could give to like your father-in-law that was in Germany, like in the 80s, and this would taste like something from Munchen. This is a traditional style.
They don't put a lot about the ingredients on here. The highest point in Indiana is Andrew Luck's IQ. In case you were wondering,
Andrew Luck hasn't been back.
He's a
since
smart
he
guy.
retired. There was a rumor.
He went to Stanford.
There was a rumor for a long time being the last couple of months, that he was going to come back. Like
I knew he was done the second he was done. I was like, he's not coming back.
He's also like
maybe as a coach.
His parents were extremely well off. Like
he's like a millionaire. He was a millionaire before.
Oliver Luck was the commissioner for the rebirth of the XFL, but then also he was the commissioner for the Pac-12 or whatever. So they targeted him, but going to a law firm and everything. So he's well off. It's like the Borland.
So he's working at a law firm.
I don't know what.
There's no way.
There's other family businesses that.
But if you're gonna hire a lawyer, it's the luck. It's the lucks you want.
You want the luck on your side.
You want the luck on your side.
That's the commercial right there. The tagline goes. So I have as we transition, I have a couple of things that we need to talk about. One, and this got brought up during the summer fling. We have this, JT.
Yes, we got to use it.
So I told people, I was like, I'm just gonna buy JT out. I'm just gonna give him $30, and I'm just gonna go do this myself. But I haven't yet.
You haven't. Was never even offered.
We still have it.
I think that Stev would be disappointed if that's how we settled this.
But it's not. Stev doesn't listen.
Yeah, he does. He's like our number one listener.
No, I was gonna say we should have just awkwardly.
Like if we buy Google Analytics data for our podcast, we could probably watch Stev in real time.
It was great seeing him.
He's like our biggest fan.
It was great seeing him, and then great reenacting to people the Stev story about how he showed up for that episode.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves hearing that.
Yeah, and I was like, we didn't want to let him in the house because he thought he was going to kill everyone. So anyways, Stev. That silence was for Stev. That was perfect.
It was good silence. It was Stev silence.
Number two, and I buried the lead on this. This is the best beer news, and I'm going to make sure that I put this in the podcast description. Crooked Handle. Biggest news of the day. Crooked Handle opening their second location.
No shit.
I
heard about this. I think I did.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough. You got
opening their second location. Expand. They're going to break ground soon. Piqua. Fucking Piqua. Yeah, so like the total opposite sides, which is fine because Jason and the crew there have been nothing but gracious and amazing wings. I don't know how they're going to get the wings to the same location. Teleportation, I'm sure
you
they're
gotta go to
figure it out.
Springboro for the wings.
Yeah.
Piqua is,
and we're not saying that. We hit on people all the time. Like if you say a brewery and then the first thing you say is the food.
Yeah.
That's not the case here. The beer is phenomenal.
Crooked Handle is...
Eat while you're there.
Crooked Handle is a situation where you say, great beer, great wings.
Yep. Synonymous.
Their tater tots are good too.
It's a handshake.
But
and you're going to get treated like a friend and like they've known you for the entire time that you're there. They're going to roll out the red carpet for everybody.
They are. You're going to feel like you belong there.
Yep.
Unless you're me. And you go there on a day when apparently there's a beer release. Yeah. And their menu's limited. But I did talk to Stev. And he said he thinks they were shorthanded. And there's a menu that they give out when they're shorthanded.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's true. But I did get the wings.
That's all you need.
And I haven't stopped preaching about these wings. These wings, they're meaty, which is where Buffalo Wild Wings fails. They're not fried, or they are fried, but they're not breaded.
Right.
Which is where Hooters fails, because Hooters has the largest wings of any wings establishment. They're just breaded to shit.
Yep. Largest wings, right, at Hooters?
Definitely the largest wings.
Wings.
I think
largest
that the Hooters size has decreased over time. It used
Oh,
to
yeah.
be back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
That's where you went for the.
I mean, there was only one job
The
for a
tater
well-endowed woman,
Yeah.
and it was Hooters.
Here's
But no longer. Now it's just every endowed woman.
Since you brought it up, would you rather have a nipple-sized penis or penis-sized nipples? You brought it up.
I did bring it up. I'll admit it. I brought it up.
Nipple-sized penis or penis-sized nipples?
Let's talk this through. Let's figure out where the details, where the devil is in the details. Okay, nipple-sized penis.
Yep.
There are
penis-sized
women who
nipples.
say, right. There are women who say that it's all
That's
about
a
the
lot of
motion in the
motion.
ocean.
No,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness.
That's too much motion for me personally. I don't think your nipples can be large enough to replicate a penis. Would penis-sized nipples be
JT,
a
I
deal
didn't
breaker?
stutter.
Are penis-sized nipples a deal breaker?
You would have to wear.
This is a question for Matt. Are penis-sized nipples a deal breaker? Go. Here's the mic.
Yes.
Boom. Deal breaker. So, still penis-sized nipples. That's what I'm going with. I don't care if it's a deal breaker.
You'd rather have penis-sized nipples.
How would that work? I mean, imagine. Okay, so I'm on a family vacation. I'm at Disney World.
We're talking about penises.
I'm
and he
wearing
jumps
an
on families.
Under Armour tank top. It's one of those like it's not tight, but it's like the wicking material. So
Yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna
everything's
be
seen, right. Like you can see hard nipples in these things. So I got two big old boner nipples coming out of this thing, right? How big of a dick are we talking about?
I don't know,
Dicks come in
JT.
different
How big
sizes.
of a dick are we talking about?
Probably like I don't know. We'll go small, like 10 inches.
Yeah, 10 inches.
Like a small dick, right? Like
Small.
something like that.
Like something that you're gonna question if
something
you
that
could
I would never
satisfy the
consider being
ladies.
a large wiener.
Yeah.
I mean, right, this is novelty, so.
Yeah, it's a knowledge. Yeah. It's a keychain.
Let's say this is your nipple. That's too much nipple.
That's too much.
There's no getting around it.
This is a difficult question.
But
That's how you
no
know.
one wants a nipple-sized penis. What's your answer?
Oh goodness. Be good at fellatio, my friend. That's
Yeah, I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to enter a relationship with the required skills. I just want to be me, you know.
I just want to be.
I just want to be the guy I am right now. Yeah, what's your answer? I'm going with penis-sized nipples. I think it'd be fun.
I think it would be fun.
I think we could have some interesting conversations.
That's the episode title.
We can
JT
tape
would
those
go
down.
with penis-sized
We can
nipples.
tape those
We
down.
can tape those down. Goodness gracious. All right. That's it. I have one last question. Big matches coming up. SummerSlam.
Yeah,
We're going to ask
SummerSlam.
this.
This is a big deal.
So,
Andrew is coming out of his skin.
and it's
Except for
Saturday.
the Fiend.
It's Saturday, so we can have a good old time.
Yeah.
And it's my 20th anniversary of being in the Air Force on Saturday too. So
What day
that's
is Saturday?
the 21st.
Oh, good.
It's exactly 20 years since I enlisted.
Wow.
And crazy. It's just like and then my wife's going to be out of town, so I'm going to be father extraordinaire. My question for you is, rapid fire here.
Mm-hmm.
Cena Reigns.
Cena.
Really?
Yeah. He's back. He's back. He's not going away for at least one winter.
Wow. Okay.
I think the movies will start back up again in the spring.
Okay. And then I hope that's the case.
I do too, but do I believe it? I don't know, but I actually do.
He's starting filming on Argyle here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's something I didn't know.
And then the other big match, Goldberg and Lashley.
God damn it! Come on! That's my answer. Come on!
You want to know a piece of trivia?
Knock this shit out with Goldberg.
Piece of trivia for that second oldest WWE title match of all time.
Can I
Can you
tell
name
something?
one of the two wrestlers in the oldest match of all time?
It was probably
Oldest
Ric
combined
Flair.
match. Yeah, it was Ric Flair. Who's the other one?
Hulk.
No.
No, Ric Flair and Heenan.
Nope.
Ric Flair and Vince McMahon.
Nope. Think bigger. More important.
Bigger.
More important
Than Hulk Hogan? I mean, even people who hate Hulk Hogan.
I think big guy. Big guy.
Big guy? Andre.
No.
I mean, he wasn't
Andre
old.
died when he was 42.
Yeah, he wasn't old. It was Ric Flair.
Just retired.
Oh, just retired?
Bong.
Yokozuna?
No.
No,
Undertaker. Undertaker and Ric Flair was the oldest.
You said Bong,
Bong.
not Gong. That's
Oh,
where I
Gong,
went
yeah.
wrong.
Bong.
Gong would have
Gong.
been Yokozuna.
Well, I didn't think of it that. Okay. But yeah,
Well,
so that was the oldest.
Definitely
That's
Undertaker.
the oldest title
He's a
match.
pothead. Undertaker was really good on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Didn't listen to it.
I don't
Doesn't sound like the Undertaker though, right? Because he
yeah.
changes the voice.
Yeah. SummerSlam. So I'm tired of Goldberg. I don't know what.
I'm a Goldberg mark. I didn't want to.
I
get
don't know
into
who
this.
he knows.
He just needs to retire. No,
I
he brings.
don't know.
He brings the. He brings.
He doesn't
the,
bring shit.
He brings the fans. that like,
The Saudi thing that he did was a fucking embarrassment.
I have
it was
multiple
an
Goldberg T-shirts.
I don't.
I went to fairs. I remember in the '90s. I would win like the Goldberg like little. I love Gold.
I never liked
He's
WCW.
done,
I never liked.
And I'm a
any of
Goldberg
that
mark,
shit.
and I said this in multiple chats today at work. He's done. Go away, please.
Go away.
The mystique isn't there anymore. I'm not buying it. But yeah,
what
between him
he
and
just
Lashley.
shows up randomly in August of 2021 and is like, I have a problem with. Who the fuck is he even fighting?
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, come on. Did you see what Bobby Lashley did to a real wrestler Drew McIntyre?
I think it's a 5-match contract. I think this is match 4. I think after this he's got a match left. But
here's what if I could give Vince McMahon one suggestion. And I know he doesn't need it because their stock's at like $55 and WWE's doing great.
Yeah.
Stop. Just stop. With the Goldberg shit. Okay?
Then
stop.
Then the other wrestling thing, because I'm glad we finally got to this.
Mm-hmm.
Rampage, AEW is in Chicago this Friday.
No shit.
Does he show up?
Does he show up? Are you
not
talking about the Fiend or
No.
CM Punk?
CM Punk.
So
that place is going to go nuclear.
There's been a lot of chatter.
Nuclear.
He's been toying with people.
43-year-old man.
I just don't think I don't think he's
because
back.
John Cena's been toying. This is probably stuff we're off this little inside pool. John Cena's also been toying with he just did him in his promo. The promo and the build up for him and Roman Reigns as a 38-year-old guy that knows the lines has been fantastic, and he's channeled.
John
CM
Cena
Punk.
has never disappointed with promos.
Because John Cena goes, "I'm going to take the belt. And I'm going to leave like CM Punk." He said
that would be awesome.
His Instagram
I'd
post
be
was
cool with that. I'd be cool with that. I don't like the Roman Reigns story arc.
He's the best thing. He's the best.
I
story
get that
going
he's
on
a
right
heel,
now.
but I don't like.
And he's unscripted. They haven't scripted him.
No way.
Yeah, he's unscripted.
I don't like that there's nothing to root for. That's what I don't like about it.
That's a heel, baby. That's a heel.
No, a heel gives some people something to latch onto. To be evil. He's not evil enough to be a heel. He's not nice enough to be liked. He's so vanilla. I never.
This is why
Roman
wrestling
Reigns.
is great, right?
Yeah.
He's a heel.
Man, you know who's got something going on right now that is nice is Baron Corbin.
Oh, the homeless.
The homeless thing, I think, is a fun angle,
and it's organic
because he can. This is what I always thought about Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank should be won by a minor leaguer, or quote unquote, and they should show like 5-6 weeks of training montages. It shouldn't just be this fucking joke where they carry a briefcase around. And then they're training and they're training and they're training. They're going to get to that point. They're climbing the mountain to be a champion. Baron Corbin would be the perfect...
You could do that exactly one time, because the third time I saw like the Rocky gimmick.
Not a gimmick. No.
Rocky 4 worked because it was the one time.
one time. It was 6-7 times. It's probably 8 times by now.
But like him in Siberia running up the mountain and everything like that.
Yeah,
that was like
awesome,
one time they did
he
that.
ran up a mountain. He ran up the stairs in Philadelphia. He ran up these fucking stairs or mountain. He ran up this hill. He runs up the hill 7 times and we cheer every time because it's awesome.
But the reason he did it changed. So he did it so
right.
it was to fight for himself.
If you have good
to fight
riders,
for a fallen
change.
Friend.
If you have good riders,
yeah.
You could do it at least. I don't like the idea that like Otis wins. And they're like, wow.
Then they
Otis
stole the
sucks,
fucking
right?
briefcase
We
from
gotta
him.
send him back down to NXT.
They
so we're
stole
gonna
the
give it to
brief. No,
Miz.
now he's in some shitty
Miz
tag
loses
team.
it in a half a second.
They took him from the best tag team, like Heavy Machinery was fantastic. Tucker is released, and now they put him in Alpha Academy, and they made him in a heel team.
So the idea that I'm
with a guy that can legitimately wrestle, and Otis is from Wisconsin.
Let's say that the Miz won it. So right now he's a joke because he's saying drip and he's in a wheelchair and all this other dumb shit. But imagine watching a few weeks of him just like having good matches, really acrobatic, entertaining matches, working out, being serious as you can be, and not saying drip all the fucking time. Then all of a sudden we'd be like, I think the Miz is ready. He's ready to carry the company. You know who's not ready to carry the company? Bobby Lashley. He's not doing a good job. That's how you actually are the reason why I see it this way. The champion carries the company. And Bobby Lashley is doing a fucking terrible job.
This is why
he's so good.
This is why I disagree with what the WWE did at WrestleMania. It should be given to Drew McIntyre, who's fucking carrying the company. He carried it through the pandemic because he's a legit badass. Yep. He goes out there, he does all the interviews, he says all of the right things, he carries himself the right way. Mm-hmm. He came back after he was fired, essentially, and you didn't pull the trigger on it, and you gave it to the charismatic Liz, because that's why MVP, a guy that's essentially retired, has been strapped to him to make him into his...
To give him charisma.
Yeah. And the Hurt Business... The fact that you disbanded them, they were super entertaining for a long time.
They were good.
And they're empowering people. They checked all the boxes.
Yep.
And you destroyed that. God, to put more of a spotlight. Nah, I disagree. That's why I think wrestling is in a good place right now because other people besides the WWE are excelling and bringing more eyes onto the product.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Bray Wyatt, or whatever his real name is, finds a way.
He came out and said that he has more ideas for the Fiend that we will see as people.
Okay, so he's going back to WWE.
No, they don't own that.
They don't own the Fiend?
He could call
How
it.
could they not? They own people's real names.
They gave up the handle for. They gave up the Chelsea Green thing last week. Right. Yeah. So they're trying to trademark someone's birth name.
Yeah, that's shit.
So she put them on blast, and they gave it up after about 48 hours.
Yeah.
So okay. Don't trademark people's real names.
Don't trademark someone else's name.
Yeah, like they would never be able to trademark John Cena. John Cena is his real name.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Legitimate. And he's from full circle, where our first beer is from, Massachusetts.
I didn't know that either. I think I did.
Yeah. It's not Boston. He's from a small. He's from a suburb.
Yeah, I like John Cena. He's got everything you want in a face.
We hated him when he was here, but man, when he came back, it meant the world to a lot of people.
Didn't it? That return on what was it? Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
God, that was awesome. Yep. Yeah, that was it. He did that. He was also good on the Divas thing.
The
Bellas.
I hope he wins. He's not going to win. I think this sets up the program with The Rock, who's got a gap in his filming schedule.
Yeah, you're right.
So The Rock versus Reigns.
No, I hate it. I don't like Roman Reigns. He's not.
You should
enough to root against.
Watch that promo because John Cena goes, "You ran off Dean Ambrose," like in the promo goes, "You ran off Dean Ambrose," and then
Roman Reigns
30
is
seconds later brings up CM Punk. He's believable. He's John Cena goes, your finisher is named off after a cast off DC superhero because now John Cena's in the DC universe. So And James Gunn originally pitched Superman to be the villain for Suicide Squad.
No way.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
It was shot down, but
because they want to make more movies.
well, yeah, they're eventually. You don't want to cast off as like your ultimate good guy is the villain.
Superman is too good. Everyone knows that. There's an actual like academic term for that, like the Superman effect, where he's unbeatable.
Yeah.
And you can't. Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. So that was his original because the seed was planted with there because that's why Bloodsport was in Bella Reeve. But
that would have been awesome. It was so meaty.
Meaty episode.
It was so meaty.
That's what happens when you get together.
Mm-hmm. We got Linsanity and Boiler Mom. That's
Boy,
all I got right there. I took a lot of notes this episode. I got
a lot of notes.
At least 3 words.
These are our notes. A lot of them.
We got a lot of notes.
Boom.
Let us know on our live poll. Send your CEO a gif of Paul Rudd dancing. And let us know what you think about the episode title.
You can touch JT's live poll. Mine is not an option.
Or Richard. You can touch Richard if you want. Tiny balls.